the technical issues that we're experiencing today. It just happens like that sometimes, but we are going to go into a different match. We are actually going into the Skills versus Akari match, which I believe is currently in Game 1. We should be getting with you on that shortly. It's a shame, we were very excited to see Ash LeBlanc today, but hopefully you'll see it again. I have a feeling. Well, Bio, were you enjoying the matches up until this point?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. And as I could have seen with my one, I should have actually won that matchup, I think. So
Yes.
I think we should be able to see it in finals. So at least something that we can count with on. And we should be going into the match very shortly. And yeah, I'm excited to see at least the second part of the bracket as well.
Yes, we can confirm that Okasan 2-0'd over Donavetta. So we will be seeing Okasan in the finals. Right now, we're going to watch a bit of Skills versus Akari. And once we get Akari's hand on screen, I'm sure we're rushing to do that. Well, production are rushing to do that. We're just going to get a private Skills POV, it seems.
Yeah, we think the Veigar Mordecai is like the deck that we've seen shine quite a lot today. And deck that kind of surprised us, right? At the time, the one game, they were just like from so behind, it just went back, leveled the Veigar, and just was able to take over the game. And we're having the Veigar yet again in our hand.
Yeah, and with Akari running this Heimerdinger chase deck that we alluded to at the top of the show, being designed to counter mid-range, even after the nerfs, it's still seen as powerful by some players. We'll really see if Akari is able to pull it out the bag.
And we can see the Legion of Severed, the new tool in Heimer Chase that a lot of people talked about, and it's just the thing that you give the Deathless to your Heimer, and
yeah,
Heimer with
just
Deathless
stays.
is so powerful. It just stays. It's very hard to deal with. And actually, we give the Deathless to Jace, so maybe we don't have even the Heimer in hand. But still, Jace with Deathless is also very good, you know? Very powerful challenger that can kill quite a lot of units. We see even deck choice here.
Soul Unbound. I believe that's called Soul Unbound. I haven't played this card in a while. No, Passage Unearned is that card. Yes, we haven't seen this card in a long time, but makes a ton of sense. Teched into the current meta, but especially good into Viego being revived from Deathless. You can just Passage Unearned that revive.
Yeah, it's very powerful in that ways as well, like, you know, into things like Warmother Skull, right? And so many things, so I don't mind that choice, because I would assume it's a one-off, just double checking. But, you know, it can sometimes just, you know, catch somebody out guard, it can swing some matchups in your way, and especially this might be one of the matchups, you know? Imagine that you get the Deathless on your Veigar, and you're like, yeah, I got him back, but then he's just gonna die to this 3-mana Passage of Unearned.
Yeah, and
actually, it's 2 of.
Yeah, it's a 2 of. Akari really likes this card, it seems. Currently having really strong chase tempo, going to be able to level next turn with the formula if they choose to, and the assembly line. I always feel like assembly line is a very underrated card. Summoning 2/3/3s for 6 mana is incredibly good in my opinion, and I think we haven't seen enough of it even during the highlights of Jace Heimerdinger.
Yeah, it's a good card. Of course, like I think, of course, things like Formula, of course, are more powerful as well. The 6-mana card that summoned the 6/6 Brush was also much
yes,
powerful. But currently, after the nerfs,
let's get to work.
Yes, I do remember the runaway scrap traption being absolutely dominant on release, because who doesn't love 7/7 brash units? He asks, with just a twinge of sarcasm, as we're seeing the Jace lose Deathless now, going to 1 HP, and actually Skills just going, I do not want to deal with a Jace today, and throwing a ton of removal. It does mean you don't have that removal available for when you drop Viego, though, which we may see issues arise from later on.
so expensive, right? We just spent 6 mana and 2/0 rounds on 1 J. So like, that was crazy expensive. Like, sure, it doesn't have another Jace now, but like, he spent so many resources.
Yeah, a ton of resources, and Albus Veros being able to be the boat for Jace as well. So Akari is guaranteed to get a level Jace onto the board, and Skillsa might have to vengeance either Albus or Jace.
Yeah, especially like, you know, then are you gonna actually venture the Albus? Because like if you don't, you take so much damage from his ability.
Yeah,
If
you'll
you
be
do,
taking 5.
Then you don't have answer. Yeah, then you don't have answer to Jace, right? If you vengeance Albus, so it's such a weird spot then to be in.
Yeah, the only real answer you have is using Viego's champion spell on the Jace, and then you're just taking 5 to face, which isn't. It doesn't feel great. I'll be honest. Now finding that second passage unearned, Skills has to know that this is an option. Of course, it's open decklist. And now very tentative about how they play around the Viego.
The Pharaoh's name will last the ages.
Varus drops, Jace goes into hand. Skills kind of running out of options right now. We might just see an early glimpse beyond onto Salter, just to be getting more cards in hand, more answers that Skills desperately needs.
Yeah, there's no answer from Akai though, as we can see. We can just vengeance it because, as mentioned, like Albus is pushing so much damage, but you know now you're using the vengeance, and now you don't have really answer outside of the second Vega in hand on enemy Jace, and it's not looking that hot. But still, you know, we have Deathless Vega on the board. Anything can happen, I guess, thanks to that. But you know, the double passage on a nut as well, like it provides so much value.
Jace here. Oh, getting buffed by the top deck Legion of the Severed as well. Skills will not be able to clear away this Jace. Already used 2 Death's Grasps to kill the first Jace. Oh dear, oh dear. Not looking too great for Skills right now. And looking for that glimpse beyond. No Zachary.
It's gonna work though. Like, no Mystic Shot here?
No Mystic Shot? No, apparently not. I thought they would try and glimpse the Salter. But, yeah, this Jace Heimer deck is running triple Mystic Shot as well. It's very bold, to say the least.
Well, it worked, right? Maybe he had some good read. Maybe he did, you know, he was maybe thinking that opponent could have played it earlier. So he was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna do it. As well, you know, getting the 1 bonus card from the last breath ability as well.
Sure, sure.
But we see Jace coming in on the board with the Deathless. And as we can see, sure, there's maybe a way how to kill it, but it's very, very hard. I guess we can do this into Thread the Needle.
Yep, I feel like that's
works.
the only option right now. As long as Skills doesn't try and thread the needle, the encroaching mist, because then Akari can answer with a passage unearned. Would be unfortunate, but I think we're about to say goodbye to Salter here. Would make the most sense to me.
Very kind of you to grace us with your presence.
Oh, you checked the Mystic Shot, right? You might not be thinking about the passage and on. Actually, we do. So we are also waiting for the combat because he will do Thread the Needle in combat, right? Because we are at least able to shadow block one of the attackers.
Ooh. Oh, a Skills realizing. Yep, realizing. Very good heads up play there from Skills. Being able to clear it. And that's second Jace gone. And second Legion of the Severed. So Skills has thrown so many resources into clearing out this Jace. Still has quite a significant hand. Feels like they have kept up with this Heimer Jace.
Yeah, but like it's second Jace, it's gone, right? Like it's Albus as well gone. Like so many powerful units, and like okay, your hand doesn't do that much as Akai. Like to be honest, like this might solely go into Skills' favorite because like this Vega is still standing here. We don't have really a way how to stop it now, unless we get something from Albus, right? And like.
There is 3 Albus Feroses currently. Financier able to find the Vengeance. Very nice to shut down this Viego and any shenanigans he tries to pull off here. As now we might just see the Vengeance into passage on end line. I have a feeling.
Yeah, yeah, it's probably Vengeance into passage. I would say that you want to save Aftershock for a little bit later. So yeah, it would make a lot of sense to.
Oh
just,
no! Instead, just going wide.
Ooh.
But
I guess you can do it like next turn, for example.
Can we not taste of fear the 3/3, not the Camavoran soldier, and Viego should level, because it will make each mist a 4/4.
I'm not exactly sure if Viego level up. I
oh wait, actually he's Mars off. I got baited by the level up arrow. I thought he was halfway. That's my bad. As we're now seeing a huge acceleration gate coming through. Skills has 2 spell answers, so we'll be able to ghost block 2 units and kill off 2 others.
Does it think we can just like hate spec here, play Hydra one, right? Like, and just then we get kind of punished by passage on it, though, I guess. Just like, you know, opponent can use it offensively then to remove blockers.
Very true, very true. But then you can't use your Vengeance, which is a bit spooky.
Ooh, interesting that we not using on the Haas, and it's interesting that I can actually top deck the Mystic Shield. Interesting maybe read from skills, or you know.
That's a very, very good read from skills now. Yeah, not sacking the husk because really favoring that challenger onto the Snapvine. Or the Hydravine even. And now, with another Elder Dragon proc, skills can get the Elder Dragon to a playable state at 10 mana. It would still allow them to use Thread the Needle. Sorry, what was that?
That, yeah, he's now playable, right? The next turn, for example.
Yes.
Like, he can, you know, become big threat. And, you know, maybe after, like, I don't know, 2 attacks, even level up. So, are we using the passage now? Offensively, or?
It does obliterate. It would deny Viego level up.
Yeah.
Like, right.
Man, I think we should have tried to kill this Viego much earlier. Like, I think we just waited too long. Like, I do think that Akari just should have, like, killed this Viego, like, 2 turns ago when he could have. And now, like, this Viego is so hard to deal with because you need to commit so much mana into him.
Okay, Soul Harvest. I think just seeing what skills we'll choose to throw out here. Taste of Fear, going to create another mist. Obviously, that mist is going to be obliterated. Leaving skills with only 2 blockers, but that Thread the Needle will be able to clear out the Leisure of the Severed. Unfortunately for Akare, Elder Dragon is pretty good as a top end when you have a Viego on your board.
Right, like, okay, we're still pushing, like, 8 damage, plus we have Mystic Shot, so we have 10 damage, right? But also, like, Elder Dragon also heals us, right?
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised, depending on Viego's level up, if we see Akare swing in, we'll get 1 mana back from the Forge Chief, and then you Aftershock the Hydravine.
But I would assume that the ground level the Viego, but I might be incorrect.
I mean, Viego's leveling either way, and at best, Viego is getting a 3/3. So it's not the end of the world, but it's not brilliant.
Only 1 point of power for Viego to level up. And I guess we go from actual Mystic Shot and to save the Forge Chief. Interesting.
Yeah, utilizing that quick attack. Pick out. You're fine, but then you lose a bit of face damage. Big
I'm gonna save the
clencher.
Mystic Shot myself. Just Aftershock probably, yeah. It's so weird, and like this other deck is gonna be also thinking. Also something that we have to be thinking about, that even like Fearsome can actually become a win con kind of for skills. Even though
absolutely.
Of course we see the assembly line in Akari Hander.
Yeah, but that's 6 mana you have to commit just to block some fearsome units. It's not great when you're really planning on vengeancing these cards.
But I can need some work to be the level, but you know, it's doable. It's definitely doable. Especially with Vega with the Mace, right? How much attack they have.
Not
we decide
okay.
to not aftershock.
Not leveling the Viego. That will mean the Hydrovine gets healed by Elder Dragon. Quite significant here.
We're gonna be forced to Mystic.
Yeah, if you Mystic shot the Hydrovine here, it means you don't really have an answer for one of these units coming back from Deathless. Especially as you pointed out earlier, they're all fearsome. We might see a Vengeance immediately before Elder Dragon gets Deathless.
But like, if you Vengeance first, then like Vego is still fearsome threat that's gonna kill us, right? That's the thinking. We have to thinking about that. Like, it's what are we
very
doing
hard
here,
for Akari to
actually?
play.
Like, once again, I'm coming just to thinking that I think this Vego should have been like dead like 5 turns ago. But because we just waited and waited, now we don't have any mana, right? Because like every spell that we play, like things like Vengeance, right, Assembly, it costs 6 mana. That's at least half of our mana every turn. That's something that we just cannot afford currently.
Elder Dragon seemingly doing its job just to eat resources here and keep this Viego alive. Just now.
They're pushing at least 7 damage probably. Or we going assembly line? Okay, so we're not pushing any damage, but we're gonna probably lose the board here.
Gonna lose the board, yes. Snapvine will stay alive as well, or Hydrovine will stay alive even. So the mists will keep on coming.
A lot of sense to challenge the 2-1, so Hydrovine takes less damage. So your opponent wants to of course block because Vego will steal that unit no matter what.
Exactly.
If once one unit stays.
And Akari, I don't know what they're hoping for here because they've got no synergy if a Jace is dropped. Be very scary on what they're planning on doing. Mystic Shot finally killing off the Hydrovine. But that's quite a hefty Viego still on board with Deathless as well.
There's the Vengeance Passage, right? Next round, I would assume.
Yes. Albus Theros could be the out. However, I think that might actually do 8 to face. That might actually do 8 to face. Albus has been stacking this entire game. We've seen formulas. We've seen assembly line.
The twin pillars are built over. We look ahead.
Oh my days, it is lethal with the triple Albus Theros skills just looking so dominant in this match, but the facial burn is too damn strong from the Heimer Jace.
Wow, I didn't expect it. It looks so doomed for Jace Aimer, but the damage just counted up, and this Albus top day was
2-0.
crazy.
It's just a 2-0 for Akari. And you've got to love a 2-0 going into the finals for both players. It's confirmed the final match for today is going to be Akari versus Okusen. And oh boy,
I'm so excited.
we eluded Heimer Jace for so long. For so long we tried to get it out of the meta, and here it is again, top cutting and open.
Yeah, it's in the finals. To deck that, you know, a lot of people hate because it's been in the game for a long time. I like it a lot, to be honest. I think the deck was usually bringing quite healthy stuff, and You know, I'm so excited to see it win, especially with like you know, it's not that like all deck. You know, we actually did some innovation with things like Legion of the Severed, right?
Yes.
That actually came into clutch, right? Because like we took so many resources out of Skill's hand, so that he didn't have them eventually. Then for the Albus, for example. So, yeah.
Yes, and I don't know about you, but I'm incredibly excited for the finals. But before the finals, we're going to have to go to a bit of a break to get both players ready to see who will be the EMEA Open champion. We'll see you just after the break.
Thank you.